Could you talk more on on broad regulations across all the sectors of innovation, not just IT, but broad innovation, where you have seen through your commercialization experience that the culture of R&D is there, but there's no culture of commercialization is a bit lagging?
Very much so. I'll give you my own example of where we sit at the moment. We developed a nasal spray. It's all plant-based. All the stuff that we develop at Liquim is all plant-based. It's all natural. It contains no nasties, and it's all listed on the TGA list of safe for human use. During COVID, the founder, who is a formulator, developed this formulation. We've had it tested at labs around the world. All the stringent testing has been done. And then we came to manufacture. And it was an interesting journey for me. There are very few places that manufacture nasal sprays in Australia. In fact, there were only 2. And at that time, the lead time was 18 months. Now, if you're a startup, you cannot forecast what your volumes are going to be 18 months from startup without even having samples. It's an impossible thing to do. And the pricing we got on just estimated volumes, and they were estimated, was crazy. It made it prohibitive, and it would have prevented the product going to market. So we had to widen our search, and we had to look at manufacture offshore. I found a very reputable manufacturer. They're in 14 countries around Europe and Asia. They are TGA licensed, FDA licensed in various spaces, and they have a nasal line in Vietnam. The pricing we got through them was a magnitude lower than pricing we'd been quoted in Australia. Plus, they were easier to deal with. They understood startup. They were more flexible about the volumes being erratic, and they asked for 3-month reviews rather than forecasting 18 months in advance. But we have been unable to get TGA approval, which is a simple certificate on the nasal line. We put in an application at the end of September last year, 2023. At that stage, the TGA website said it would take 90 days for an application for GMP clearance to be approved. At the end of 90 days, their website was showing that it would take about 180 days, which was double. So it had gone from 3 months to 6 months. There's now a notification on TGA's website that says due to unprecedented workload, they can give no indication of timing. So we sit 13 months after submission with no idea when we're going to get that GMP clearance certificate. Now, it's not like Meadowchemie is unknown to them, our manufacturer. They do manufacture for all the big pharmaceutical companies. But we're just a little company. And if we had stayed with one product at that stage, we would have been out of business because no startup can self-sustain with no income for that period of time. I'm answerable to shareholders. We had to do equity raising to get this far. And it's a very difficult thing to explain to them when it's something that's beyond your control. And there's nothing you can do about it.
That's a classic example of red tape. And then bureaucracy coming into play, and then cutting off the tall poppy from at the innovation angle, from an innovation point of view.